Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are very grateful for this facility. If you know of early stage biotechnology, early stage medical, this is where they need to be. This is where they'll get the help that they need. This is where the leaders are, and there are quite a few leaders in the building in different companies right now. I want to bring your attention to something that some of you know about. There have been breakthroughs in the Texas Legislature to allow cannabinoidal therapies that have had miraculous effect on certain conditions. And we have somebody here today who has firsthand knowledge of this. You may have seen her on the internet or interviews on television. She's also an appointee by the Texas governor, the Texas Council for Developmental Disabilities. And she's the mother of Julie Taylor. Please welcome Lora Taylor.
Distinguished guests, good afternoon. My name is Lora Taylor, and I am the mother of a 40-year-old daughter diagnosed with Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, which is a type of refractory or intractable epilepsy. Now, intractable simply means that is not well controlled with medications. My daughter Julie, in her 40 years, has been on every medication that's prescribed, thank you, except for two. We have done the ketogenic diet. We have had the vagus nerve stimulator to control seizures implanted for 21 years. She is still taking 6 anticonvulsants at the very highest levels despite weighing only 74 pounds. From a self-help standpoint, Julie cannot feed, bathe, toilet, or dress herself. She does not communicate, but only with her eyes. She can answer yes/no questions. If the answer to her question is yes, then she'll raise her eyebrows. On a good day, she can walk 6 to 10 steps if her weight is being fully supported. She's primarily transported in a wheelchair. From 2013 to 2018, she suffered from chronic urinary tract infections, which for 5 years increased her seizures and disrupted her sleep. The side effects of 3 of those anticonvulsants caused suicidal level depression, and one of them caused what they called obtrusive homicidal thoughts. This for someone who's never seen anything but the Disney Channel. On September the 11th, 2018, 4 years ago, Julie began receiving CBD oil through the Texas Compassionate Use Program. In the 30 days before she began CBD, she had experienced 95 seizures, lasting anywhere from 2 minutes to 25 minutes. In the first 30 days after she had started CBD oil, she had 2 seizures that lasted only 10 seconds. I'm going to say that again because that's just pretty stunning. In the 30 days before she started CBD oil, she had 95 seizures lasting from 2 to 25 minutes. And in the first 30 days, she had only 2 seizures lasting 10 seconds. That's pretty miraculous. Thank you. In the last 4 years, her seizures have continued to be dramatically reduced. We rarely see seizures, and when they do, they're usually 15 to 45 seconds, or if she is having a genuine seizure, we know, whoops, something is wrong, we need to get her to a doctor and get checked out. Now to the side effects. Let's talk about spasticity first. As anyone who's ever been in a wheelchair knows, you have major problems with contractures and spasticity. She was on baclofen oral medication and Botox injections every 3 months in her legs and her arms and even in her jaw just to be able to relax, because most of the time she spent in a fetal position. In the first month of taking CBD, her arms and her legs were down by her side, resting comfortably. So she is no longer on baclofen or Botox. As her seizure condition began to improve, we were able to decrease the levels of 2 of her anticonvulsants that cause severe depression. We've heard her laugh and giggle all the time. Cannot tell you what that means as a parent. Most of the time, she sleeps through the night, which again, cannot tell you what that means after 40 years. Unexpectedly, her urinary tract infections have almost disappeared. Before she was on CBD, she was on antibiotics every 3 weeks. After starting CBD, we have not had a urinary tract infection in 3 years. Yeah, that's amazing too. She has 17 medical specialists, and they're all amazed at how well she has done. You know, as her mother, I am so incredibly grateful to Representative Click, to Senator Campbell, to the entire Texas Legislature. Your office has seen me multiple times, and especially to the governor for allowing this life-transforming medicine to be available to my daughter. My hope and prayer, of course, is that all of those others who are still needlessly suffering would be able to have access to that. I'm excited to hear and anxious to hear an update about what is happening at the federal level. But as Texas moves to expand new cannabis products for treatment of multiple disease states, including PTSD, my concern always is that we will have proper medical testing, tracking, certification, and validation of these products in order to ensure that the public safety and health is protected of all Texans. I'm encouraged to see what we're going to see today, and I'm encouraged that Biopharm has the technology to ensure that Texas leads the nation in establishing the first pharmaceutical level of evaluation of novel cannabinoid products. Thank you so much for your time.
You know, if I can point out how the difficulties you face as a parent of a severely handicapped child. I have several friends that have this. It's your life's work. It takes over your life. And I want to point out something that's a true element of success, regardless of what your situation is. If you're going to be successful, you're going to be unstoppable. Now, I want you to think about that. That doesn't always mean you're going to be popular. And when you start out, people are going to try to stop you. You have to be unstoppable to be successful. To truly be successful, you have to be unbeatable. And you have to be more than just what it takes to achieve the goal. You have to be more than that. Think about anybody that you know that is truly, remarkably successful. Now, this young lady was successful. She prevailed upon the Texas Legislature to get this legislation. There's a lot of resistance. She got it through, and look what it's done for not just her. You see what I mean? More than, you have to be more than it takes. It helped so many other people that were victims of these types of conditions. So I'm encouraging you to be unstoppable in every area of your life to be successful. And you have to be more than what it takes, or you can't lead. If you don't lead, you have not reached your goal. You have to lead. You have to encourage others. You have to ignite others to be unstoppable. Think about the nation that we'd be living in if that's what we were doing.